Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. So, I think search is a bit like juggling. It starts simple. You put some things together, add some content, bit of technology, and eventually you've got some kind of search. Now, obviously it gets a little more difficult when maybe you add a little more content, and then things get a bit more complicated, a bit more technology, a few more business requirements, and you have a go. And eventually it all falls apart. So I'm going to show you today how to break search. Who am I? I'm Charlie Hull. I'm the search juggler. I've been in the search world over 25 years. I've worked for all kinds of different companies, from small to large. I've written a book. I've done lots of blogging, presentations, talks. I used to be at Open Source Connections. I'm currently the search lead at the oldest UK greeting cards retailer online, Moonpig. And I'll be there till mid-September, so let me know if you've got anything for me to do after that. And you can find all kinds of things about me there. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's break some search. So, I have recorded this just in case of connection issues, but trust me, this was done very recently, so it is real. Right, let's have a go at this. Okay, so London School of Economics. It's a university in the UK, and my daughter is actually interested in going there, so I thought I'd look up where she's going to stay when she's there. Nothing there. Accommodation. I'm terrible at spelling, by the way. Let's try something else. Let's try another search box. There's two search boxes here. I don't know which one, but the one at the bottom doesn't seem to work. I'll try the one at the top. Let's try accommodation again. Nothing. Okay, well, maybe another term for accommodation. Let's try something else. Let's try housing. Okay, there's some results, but not sure any of these look very helpful. We've got, a private housing service. Maybe that one. Let's click that. And actually, if you just wait another sort of few minutes, that gets a 404. Doesn't go anywhere. So, not much use. Let's go back, try something else. Let's look up how to spell accommodation. Oh, that's student accommodation. We'll try that. Any results? Oh, we've got some information from 2023. We've got accommodation in Beijing. There's an FAQ. Let's try that. Oh, here we go. Yep. All right. So here we are. Yes, there's an entire website all about student accommodation. Why didn't that come up in the first place? Okay, so, all right, let's try something else. Let's try e-commerce. Sainsbury's, big supermarket in the UK. I like to make coffee, so I'm going to look up a certain kind of coffee maker. Okay, who knows what a French press is? Hands up. Great, we've got some Americans in the house. I asked this question once in France, and nobody knew what a French press was. So let's have a go at that. French press. Any results? We've got, not very fast, what have we got down here? We've got some French fries, okay? So that's not much use. We've got some lentils, we've got some cheese, all look very French, great, but no French press. Okay, let's try something else. Let's try coffee maker. Have we got any coffee makers that you can buy? Don't think so. Have we got coffee makers? No, we've got coffee. Lots of coffee. Okay, well, there's that thing with the glass tube and the, I think it's called something else. I think it's called a cafetiere. Let's try that. Let's try cafetiere. Because we're not getting very far with this. Let's try cafetiere. I think there's a space in the middle, so let's try that. Cafetiere. We got any? No, we've got coffee. Okay, let's try it without the space. Good idea, let's try it without the space. And see if that works. Oh, we got some saucepans, we've got some lipstick. Not going. I mean, Sainsbury's are a very big company. Perhaps they should look at this. Okay, let's try cafetiere without the space. And finally, I think we're going to get something useful here. Yes, we've actually got cafetières. Well done. But I didn't know I had to call it a cafetiere. I just thought it was one of those French press things. So, not sure about this one. Right, the next one. The next one we're going to try another e-commerce shop. We're going to try Zalando, big German fashion retailer. And so I'm going to look for a formal shirt because I'm going to a wedding. So let me just type in formal shirt here and get myself a nice shirt for my wedding. I also, let's see. Oh yeah, I like stripes on my shirts. So I'm going to put that formal shirt with stripes. Hang on, these are all women's shirts. Why have I ended up in the women's section? How did I just typed in Zalando's URL. I'm in the women's section. Okay, I'll go to the men's section, fix it. Oh, my search has gone away, so I'm going to have to type it again. I could just click on formal shirts with stripes here. No, I'm back in the women's section. Okay, let's go to the men's section and retype the query. Formal shirt with stripes. Have I got any results? Yeah, these look like formal shirts, great. And if I go down a bit, I think some of these they've got stripes. Can I see some stripes? Yeah, there's one with stripes. They must all have stripes. Brilliant. What about shirts? Okay, I'll give up on the stripes. What about shirts without stripes? So let's try that. These all look very similar to what I just have, including there's shirts with stripes, so I can't do without stripes. Okay. All right, I'll give up on this. I'm going to get a dress for my wife because we're going to this wedding, so let's look for a dress for my wife. Clear the search, type in, she likes red dresses, so let's try that. And here we go. Dressing. Oh, I'm still in men. I'm going to go to women now. Okay, I'll do that. And let's try it there and see if we get a red dress. Any red dresses? What are those ones at the top? They're not red. Maybe there's some further down. Oh, this looks like some kind of sponsored thing. I see why. Okay, so we've got some red dresses. Great. Okay, they all look, pretty much like red dresses to me. Brilliant. There's one there on the right. That's not a red dress. Why is that there? Oh, it's an influencer. Fair enough. Don't see what that's got to do with red dresses. All right. So moving swiftly on. United Nations. I'm going to visit New York. I want to visit the United Nations headquarters. Let's ask the United Nations where their headquarters is. Youth events, humanitarian, public inquiries to edit. That's a bit interesting. We appear to have some stuff in homepage test. Yeah, okay, so we've got lots of things. In fact, let's see what all of these test things are. I'm interested in this. So if I try test, maybe, as a query, I can see where that's come from. Yeah, there's a lot of results here. King Charles visits the United Nations in Nairobi. Okay. Let's see what's there. Test. Nuclear tests. Test book page, basic site test, test. Yeah, there we go, test. Somebody's left some stuff lying around there. Okay, but all right, let's go back to our original problem. Let's try and find our headquarters. Where is the headquarters? Tell me where the headquarters is so I can visit it. I'm just hitting enter at this point. And it doesn't work. If I hit enter, it doesn't search. So I have to click the search button. I find that annoying. Don't know about you. Okay, so any of these look like headquarters? Finally, arrival procedures. Oh yeah, there we go. The visitor check-in office. It's taken me a while to get there. Surely this is something people are looking for a lot of the time. How do I visit the United Nations? Where is the headquarters? So anyway, okay, let's try something else. Let's try some AI. Let's ask Perplexity, which is an AI service. Let's ask it who the search juggler is. Brilliant. It knows who I am. Marvelous. And that's all pretty accurate. Okay, so I'm going to ask it a question that I know the answer to. I'm going to ask it, what is the world record for juggling balls? How many is the world record? And it's going to hopefully tell me the answer. And it's going to say, official record is 11 balls, the Guinness World Records. There are unofficial records and lots of updates, but it's still basically 11 balls. That's the max. You may think that's crazy. And it's got a link to Wikipedia, so maybe we can look at Wikipedia and just check. So I actually know this is wrong. The actual number of bulls, the records for joining bulls, is somewhere between 12 and 14 bulls, depending on how you measure it. And 12, when he's done 24 catches, officially that's how you qualify a run, you double the number of catches, the number of objects. So Perplexity's got it wrong. This is a competitor to Moonpig, who I'm working to at the moment. Let's try see if they can find me a birthday card. No. Let's try another search. Let's try Father's Day. No. Okay, so as you can probably guess, I mean, there's lots of ways to break search. Let's go back to having a look at this, maybe thinking to classify, why things are broken, how they are broken. Let's look at types of broken. So the last one I showed you just doesn't work. It's broken. Not really very much to say here. Have you tried turning it off and on again? 0 results, or very few results shown. And you're not giving me any hint as to what to do next. And I'm going to ask at this point, maybe you don't have what I need. And it's not my problem. I typed in something I want. You should handle that. So what do we do here? Well, there's lots of options here. Typo tolerance, spelling suggestions, pruning down the query to give it wider recall, fix the content, rewrite the query with some better terms, or even redirect some help. But for whatever you do, don't leave the user stuck there looking at a page saying, we ain't got it. Because they're going to go off to your competitor a lot of the time. No cues or clues. You're showing a list of results, and I cannot tell if they're useful to me. There's no summaries. It's got a short bit of text. It doesn't really show me. I don't know why this matched my query. Solutions give you contextual highlighting, better summaries, explain to the user. You really need explainability here, and better design, a better way of showing people that you have got what they want. Don't expect me to guess. Magical behavior. Why did it end up in the women's department when I was in the men's department? Why did you add a filter without telling me? You didn't tell me I needed to do this thing first before getting the results I wanted. Don't be too clever. And if you are doing something like this, tell the user you've done it. And I think user testing is really important here, because you can see how people actually search. Irrelevance. I mean, this is a big one. The results just simply don't match what I've typed in. You haven't matched my information need. You haven't helped me. What do you do here? Well, it's probably the content again. But apart from that, there's lots of things you could do. Fix your search, read a book, do your training, maybe engage a consultant. But it's a big topic, and I won't dive into that more deeply at the moment. Making it up, the Achilles heel of AI. AI seems to want to please, and therefore it will give you a plausible answer that may be totally wrong. And we know a lot of the solutions to this: better training, fine-tuning, RAG. But you're never going to be able to completely eliminate hallucinations or made-up results. So here's a few home truths I've learned over the years. Your user doesn't know how you've organized your content. The user doesn't know your categories, your taxonomies, how you put things into buckets. They don't care about your information architecture, even if you have some. They don't know about your filters and facets, and again, what they do. And they certainly don't know before they search. So whatever you do, don't force them to select a filter, force them to select a category before they even know where you put things. Your user doesn't know that you do have what they need. If the window of search hasn't shown them, they may assume you just don't have it. They don't know your language, and this isn't just international language, French, German, English, etc., but your special terms, your abbreviations, your product IDs, all the stuff that you know, special codes, and that can be a problem. You have to help them use your language if necessary. They don't search like you do. If you're testing a search engine and you work in search, you're not the average user. You can get over-familiar with something, you can unconsciously avoid the problems, and you're not your user. You don't always know what they're trying to do. Are they exploring? Are they trying to buy something? Are they trying to book a holiday? What are they trying to do? What problem they're trying to solve with your search? You can try to guess. It's a lot easier these days with LLMs, but it's still hard. You're still a little unsure, especially if they give you one-word queries. There's no point having great search if it's too hard to use. If you hide your search box off in the tiny corner, or you have two search boxes on the same page that it confuses people, make it easy to spot useful results in the list, shortcut the search, do an auto-suggest or auto-complete. That's a really easy way to get people to what they need quicker. And this is, sadly, it's almost always the content. Even the best search engine can't fix terrible content. Great search is quite hard, but there are some positive examples. So let's have a very quick look at those. Let's have a go at this. OK, so this is Screwfix. This is a website, and I'm looking for screwdrivers. It's giving me a lovely list of different kinds of screwdrivers. It's even telling me what a screwdriver is. I put a space in between, doesn't seem to have mattered. So let's look for a particular kind of screwdriver. Let's try something a little more difficult. So I'm going to look for something called a Pozidrive screwdriver. Don't know quite how to spell that. And let's try that. Yes, it's going to give me, oh, Pozi's actually got a Z, and it's showing me only Pozidrive screwdrivers. Brilliant. And it doesn't show me any other kind of screwdrivers. Let's try the other type of crosshead screwdriver, the Phillips screwdriver. Is that going to work? Yes, that's worked, and it hasn't shown me Pozidrive. I really like this site. It's a really good example of e-commerce search done well. Let's find another good example. So in the UK, we've got the government website, Gov.uk. This is a masterpiece of user interface design, and it's really good. So I'm going to look for something I need to do, which is tax my car. I'm going to ask it, how do I tax my car? There we go, some really useful results, fully explained. It shows me how to tax my car. In the old days, we'd have a thing called a tax disc in your car. So let's ask about tax discs. It tells me that it's been abolished, and again, it shows me how to tax my car. This is a past client of mine, and they've worked really hard to make search intuitive and useful. So I'm going to come to Germany. Let's ask what I need to know about that. Oh, there's directly some travel advice for Germany. Maybe I'll ask the question in a slightly different way. I can ask about coming to Berlin. Let's try that. Let's go to Berlin. Again, I get useful travel advice. It knows Berlin's in Germany. In fact, you can search for pretty much everything, anything on this site, and it'll give you some results. It has a really good go. Obviously, there's nothing very useful for that particular query, but it has a go. And I really do like Gov.uk. So, can we do better? Well, I've got a belief that, like anything, search improves with practice, and we can do better than this. So I'd just like to leave you. If you practice, you can do amazing things. And with tricks. Oh. Thank you very much. I've been Charlie Hull, the Search Juggler.
Thank you, Charlie, for this amazing show. We have 1 minute for questions. Any questions? Everybody is stunned by this, I guess. I see one.
Did you do the government search?
I did. They are a past client of mine, but I didn't do a great deal of work directly on that search. But it is a shining example of good design. It was from the Government Digital Service, a model that's been copied across the world. And it went from having, I think there was something like 2,000 different British government websites, all run by different organizations. There's now one. And it's a great example of how you can do digital well.
All right. Thank you. Thanks, Charlie. We're going to...